Today we are going to be showcasing some beautiful island products. We have oysters, we have some beautiful apples, we have some Deep Roots Distillery vodka, and a lot of other fun things along the way. So I did a little fun play on words with this recipe, and I called it Oyster Pearl, based on the vodka. Oyster Pearl Islandfeller. Let's get started. I'm going to start with a little bit of butter. And whenever you're doing recipes, feel free to interchange. So butter is a fat, so if you want to use an oil or a vegetable or a bacon fat, feel free. We're just going to melt that down a little. We're going to add in some shallots. I just used one shallot for this here, but depending on the size, feel free to use a little bit, and depending on your preference. You're going to sweat that down. And I like to get my garlic in there now too. Those nice aromas will build that layer profile of flavors. Let that simmer for just a minute and just cook those onions out a little, get a little translucency in it. Fry up some of that butter. Then we're going to hit it with some vodka, some apple cider. Then we're going to put in our vegetables and fruit. A little sweeter, so that's why I have a little apple in this recipe. Start with bases. That's where the flavor profile really starts going. We're going to add in a little cream. What's going to thicken it up and give that rich flavor. At this moment, we're going to get into oysters. So now going back to the sauce, that cream's starting to reduce. I'm going to add the spinach in now. And we have some apples. Look at those beautiful colors. And then just like anything, we always want to add a little salt and pepper. Take that beautiful mixture. We'll come over to our oyster. That would be beautiful if you wanted to bake that as is right now in the oven. But like chefs, we like to add more elements, more flavor profiles. So I am going to take some butter. Some wonderful butter producers here in PEI. This one's ADL. So we're going to melt this butter down. I'm going to take a little bit of panko. Take some parsley. I just like herbs with anything. I find it brightens up any dish. Some fresh dill. Dill and seafood go hand in hand. So we're going to add that butter into that mixture. And this is going to help with a nice coat, nice crispy texture on the outside. That oyster, grate some lemon right in there. That just perks the flavor right up. A little bit of salt and pepper to that. So we're going to take this oyster. We're going to add a little bacon bits on it. However you want to make your own. How's that building? Building the profile, building the layers. Now we're going to add this nice, beautiful, crispy texture. Lots of flavor. And we have some wonderful cow's cloth bound cheddar. It's award-winning, and I can see why. We're going to do a nice little snow mountain on top. Go to the oven. We're going to pop that in.